This is a rig that I've used so much in the past, but I've come away from it. You know, everyone's using spinner rigs and they are super effective. But if you think the fish are really on the bait, and especially in the summer, you know, when you're summer fishing, the fish are really eating. In the spring, single pop-ups catch you loads of fish. But in the summer, when they are eating bait, it seems silly sometimes not to fish on the bottom. And this rig, loads of people, the first thing they're going to look at it and go, that's braid, that's going to tangle. And I'm going to talk you through the components that make sure that it doesn't tangle. So first of all, dark matter tubing. Tubing is more anti-tangle than lead core. You know, you can use this rig on lead core, and if you're really sort of meticulous with your casting and smooth and hit the clip at just the right sort of force, and it shouldn't tangle. But dark matter tubing is thicker, it fills out the tail rubber that much better, and you don't end up with that sort of that little edge that the braid can catch on. That goes onto a hybrid lead clip, and I've got a 3.5 ounce flat pair on there. And the reason that I've got the 3.5 ounce flat pair is one night fishing to that gravel slope, the tension of the wind and the weed on my line meant that it sort of came trundling back towards me. This 3.5 ounce flat pair since then has stopped that altogether. Really important for a braided hook link when you're going to be casting out is this ring swivel. You know, a lot of people do quick change systems these days, and they're putting bits of rubber and all sorts on there. Now, I can't guarantee if that won't cause tangles, but what I can guarantee is if you use it like this, with a ring swivel tied directly to it, and the rig is roughly 7 to 8 inches long. This is dark matter in 20 pounds, and the next most important thing is the size of the boilie. You know, if you're going to use this rig, you can't just put a 15mm boilie on there and expect it not to tangle. It won't tangle sometimes, but it will tangle sometimes. So it's a bit inconsistent, and when you're sitting behind rods all night, you really don't want that. So if you're going to use it, 18 to 20mm bait or a snowman rig, it's just important to have that weight and that wind resistance during the cast that keeps it away from the lead during the cast. I always use this rig with size 6 wide gape. A wide gape X in this case because I'm fishing in quite weedy situations for big fish. But the single most important part of that is the knotless knot and how many turns you do. I'm using the boilie, just brushing the bend. You might have 3mm clearance on the bend, and then I've whipped down past the point, down level with the barb, so that when I tighten it, it ends up still level with the point, and if maybe a fraction closer to the barb than the point. You know, you don't want it to be the other way. If you haven't done enough turns, you'll have what I call a hair tangle occasionally, and in that situation, when the boilie wraps around the shank like that, I have lost a lot of fish when that happens. So make sure you wrap down the shank far enough, and the finished rig, the boilie is exiting somewhere between the point and the barb, closer to the point, but not closer to the eye. So there you have it. A very simple rig, but trust me, I've caught fish from some of the UK's most difficult venues on this and all over Europe. It's just an absolute winner when you want to fish a wafter or a bottom bait on the clear bottom.